Hey everybody, welcome to T-Roy Cooks. Appreciate you joining. Today we're going to cook some St. Louis ribs for you on a brand new cooker. The folks over at Orion were kind enough to send me one of their brand new smokers. It's called the Bullet. So we're going to check that baby out right after this.
T-Roy's chilling in the backyard grilling, cooking up some barbecue for you. T-Roy's chilling in the backyard grilling, showing you that you can cook it too. Always with a beer or whiskey, but he cooks responsibly.
Alright guys, let's check out the different segments of this Bullet smoker that we got here. This is the base of it. As you can see, it's got legs, and I'll tell you, I didn't have to put anything together other than putting the grill grates in there and just throwing all the segments together. But if you look down here, it's got a little valve, and if you look on the inside, around the outside here, you've got like a trap for grease. So what you could do is let that grease just fall off your meat, get down in there, and then open the valve at the end of the cook and drain all that grease out. Now, I've done cooked chicken on here, so that's where that grease came from. I haven't drained it yet. Figured I'd leave it in there, give my ribs a little bit of flavor, you know what I mean? But let me show you what else goes in here. This is what holds your charcoal or your lump, you know, or briquettes, whatever. It's got a little valve down here. So what you do, you load this baby up with some briquettes or some lump, put your little starter in here, light that baby up, and then it'll light your coals kind of like a chimney would, okay? So that's what we're going to go for. Let me do that real quick. Oh, and if you look down here, this just simply slides right down in here like that, okay? And I think it's concrete that thing is insulated with, so it is insulated, and it does have pretty good long burn time. You know, for just a small amount of charcoal, when I did chicken, it lasted a good 3.5 hours or so, and it doesn't take much charcoal, folks. I'll show you. Hang on. All right, so I got some B&B lump. That's what I'm going in with. Just load it up, folks. Just small pieces and kind of stuff them up in there. Something like that. I'm gonna go get a starter. Alright, so get access to this place down here. Open that baby all the way up. And then, I don't know if you can see on the bottom, but it's hard down there, okay? So what I'm gonna do, stick this down in there. I'm gonna light this baby up. Alright, if you don't see it, but we're burning up in there. Leave this wide open for now. You can reach it from under here and close it down later. And if you want to light this thing outside, it does have this handy dandy carry handle. You can do that. So I'm gonna let this come up to temp. I'm gonna go ahead and throw me a block of wood on here too. Let me grab some wood. All right, got me a little block of wood right here. I'm just gonna place that on top. That'll give me some smoke flavor. And let me rearrange the camera and we'll put the rest of this thing together for you real quick. Alright, we've got the midsection. This midsection is kind of like the midsection on a Weber Smoky Mountain. It's got your door where you can reach in and put more charcoal in there if you need to. It comes with 2 grill grates. It's got 2 different levels in here, again, like the Weber Smoky Mountain does. There we go. In fact, I'm going to be hanging my ribs, so I'm going to take this out. And the other one is out also. So I can reach all the way through here, all the way to the bottom down there with no issues. This is the top section. Here we go. It's got a thermometer. Again, it's a Bullet Smoker tag on there real quick. What's interesting though is I want to show this to you folks. If you look in here, you've got this ring. So not only can you use grill grates to put your meat on, this thing comes with, I think, I don't know, 8 or 10 hooks, and you can hang meat off of this ring right here. so it sits in the top like that, and just hang your meat in there, folks, which is what we're going to do today. I haven't tried hanging meat in it, but we're going to try that today. You got the vent on the very bottom where the charcoal is, and you have a vent on the very top right here. So there's your vent, like that. That's a huge vent too, folks. So you can adjust this to control your temps along with the vent down there where the charcoal is. I'm gonna open it up a couple finger widths, and the one on the bottom right now is wide open. And I apologize, the sun's like right above me right now, so got some weird lighting issues happening. But anyway, let's let this thing go for about 20-30 minutes, get it up to temp. We'll bring you back, and we'll get some ribs on, folks. All right, now these are my St. Louis ribs. I did remove the membrane off of this. I did not remove this flap, and I didn't trim anything else off. So that we're just rolling with that, folks. Got me some Lee & Perry ends all the way from England. You know, from Worcestershire, England. So I appreciate. I think it's oh man, I think it's Adam sent this to me from over there. I really appreciate it, bro. Could be wrong. I've got a couple, 2 or 3 of my fans that send me the actual, the real stuff, which is labeled differently here in the U.S. from the U.K. This is from the U.K. So love this stuff. It does have a little bit different bite to it than what we can have here in the States. It's all good, but oh, the rub I'm using, this is from my brother Rick down around the San Antonio area, Galindo's Texas Barbecue. You can find him on YouTube, and I'll put the link up in the corner up there for you, just so you know. Rick's Barbecue and Specialties, I think is what it is, on YouTube. But y'all check him out. Show him some love. Give him a sub if you're not already subbed. He's got some great videos, some great cooking. All right. Catch the edges here. And again, this is the back side, so I'm just going to let this set up for a few minutes, kind of pat it in, but let this set up for a few minutes, then we'll flip it over. We'll grab the other side with some Worcestershire in the rub, and give her a nice little flip. Same thing on this side, folks. It's been about 5 minutes since I last showed y'all what was going on here. And the rub. Here we go. Now if you want this rub, I'll put a link for Rick's site. It's not actually on his YouTube channel, I don't think, but I think it's Rick's Barbecue and Specialty.com, I think. Come on, let's go. Make sure you get the edges again. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see that on camera or not, but there you go. And I'll put a link down below in case you want this. And he's got several different rubs. Y'all check him out. Good friend of mine, and hope to see him again soon and do some cooking with him. All right, let's see if the bullet is up to temp, and let's put this on. All right, folks, we are quickly climbing up to 400 right here, so I'm gonna shut that bottom vent down, leave it open maybe a 1/4 inch or so, like a width of a number 2 pencil, and I'm gonna open this up, see if that'll let some of that heat out. If it doesn't, then I'll close this also about a 1/4 inch, and we'll see if that helps. I'm still trying to get used to whether to leave this open or closed. Still figuring it out. This is just my second cook on it. All right, so I got my ribs. We're going in with the ribs. Oh, I wanted to show you this too. They give you a bunch of these double hooks like this, and look, these things spin around, so that's pretty cool. I like that. Just gonna hang that baby down in there like that, and it is not touching the fire whatsoever because the fire is in the middle, directly in the middle. And they also send you one of these little hooks here, so you can hook that baby. If I can get it going here. There you go. See, you can hook it like that. Spin that baby around. Do whatever you want to do. So anywho, we're gonna let that baby cook. One thing I do wish is that they had the cool touch handles or wood handles or something, but nah, let's leave that open. Let's leave that open. Just get your rag or gloves. It works. All right, we're gonna try to maintain about 300, 325, and we'll see how long it takes to get these things done. I'm thinking maybe a couple hours, hour and a half. We'll see. It's been 2.5 hours, And I temp these. They're temping about 190, 195, and we're holding about 275 right now. I really didn't play with the vents a whole lot. I did close this one to about finger width, and that's about a ½ inch or so. And the bottom one is about a ½ inch open as well. So we're running between 275 and 300 depending on how the charcoal burns with the lump. But we're doing good, man. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these off. We're gonna check them out, see what they look like. Let's sit this over here. You know, you don't want to burn up anything, and don't let the dogs get to it either. Anywho, here we go, folks. That's what she looks like right there. Hopefully y'all can see that. I got some crazy stuff with the sunlight happening here. Look pretty good. Lay those up there. Pull these hooks out, and we're gonna let that baby rest for about 5-10 minutes. We'll cut into it. I'll let you know how they taste. All right, folks, these ribs, they actually rested for I'd say about 30-40 minutes. Wife didn't want ribs, so I had to make her something else. But let's cut these up. They kind of cooled off now, so I can touch them with my hands. Let's cut them right down here in the middle. Let's see what we got. Come on, T-Roy. What we got? There we go. There's one. I'm gonna give me some nice thick ribs here. See if I can just keep cutting right here along the bone here somewhere. There we go. All right. There we go. It's still kind of juicy, like that right there. There you go, folks. Check that out. Nice and cooled off, but still, I know I see a lot of juice right here. Let's give these a taste. Let's see what's going on. There's a little hint of smoke ring on the edge here. Well, these are really juicy though. All right, let's give them a shot. Here you go, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Nice little smoke ring, still juicy, even after sitting for like 30-40 minutes. Woo, doggy. Let's check it out. Nice little bite through. Rick, that rub is jamming, bro. Really is. That's good stuff. And the flavor on the meat, I set that wood chunk on top. This is not over smoked, but you get a little bit of smoke ring right around the edges here, as you can see. Man, that rub's killer, y'all. That's good stuff. Now, I could have cooked this a little bit longer. I think I pulled it about 190. But it's good. Really, really good. Man. So much great flavor in that. In 2.5 hours, man. 2.5 hours to cook ribs. St. Louis ribs. Okay? Gotta love that. Hope you all enjoyed this. Links will be down below if you're interested. Me and the wife cooked some chicken leg quarters earlier in the week, and they were some of the best chicken leg quarters we've ever cooked. And I cooked them on the grill grate. I didn't hang them like I did the ribs here. So I just want to check out hanging ribs. Man, that's good. Seriously, y'all check out the links down below. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Got to thank Orion sending me out the pit, man. It's wonderful. You know, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subbed, go ahead and subscribe. I'm fixing to go eat. Hope you all enjoyed this, and folks, hope you share the video. And when you do, please tell all your friends that T-Roy cooks responsibly. Cheers, everybody. We'll see y'all next time.